And it might look like the biggest military surplus sale in the world. William Lajeunesse is live in the California desert. William.
Well, everyone knows about the basically military buildup in Afghanistan and Iraq. Well, what happens to all that stuff when the war is over? Coming up, the untold story of the largest military drawdown in history.
Well, the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan have left the United States government with tons of equipment overseas. So much of it, the Air Force says it could fly a loaded plane home every hour for 10 years, and there still would be stuff over there. So how does the Pentagon deal with it all? William Lajeunesse streaming live from the Sierra Army Depot in Herlong, California. William.
Well, John, the drawdown from Afghanistan is the largest in military history, easily the most expensive, at $6 billion to bring home 95,000 containers, 35,000 vehicles, many of which end up right here on a daily basis.
This is an MRAP from Afghanistan. Towed howitzer systems.
After 12 years of war,
Uniform tops, the assault packs, body armor component.
What isn't scrapped, sold, or crushed,
Armored personnel carriers. M1 main battle tanks.
ends up here.
We provide that catcher's mitt for the Army, for the nation. Send the equipment here. We manage it for the Army until they can make a management decision about what to do with it in the future.
35,000 acres of desert, scrub, and steel. The Sierra Army Depot is America's largest repository of military equipment.
Move everything over there, get ready to fight bad guys, go fight bad guys, and then what?
Well, then equipment comes home, arriving by plane, truck, and train. And getting it here isn't cheap.
At some point, actually, it becomes more sensible to destroy that equipment in place than to actually bring it back.
And that's exactly what the Pentagon is doing, shredding 2,000 of the massive troop carriers known as MRAPs, selling them for pennies on the pound in Afghanistan.
Do we overbuy on the NRAP? Almost certainly.
In all, the military will leave $7 billion of equipment, 20% of the total, in Afghanistan.
A lot of this stuff, you're not really concerned about bringing it back. If a Coke machine falls into the hands of the Taliban, this is just not a big disaster.
Yet with the click of a mouse, the spoils of war can be yours. What isn't stored or shredded, from rafts to trucks and pretzel stands, is on govliquidation.com. Now, John, what you see behind me, those battle tanks, the M1A1s, there are thousands here, literally. In the distance, some of the APCs, the armored personnel carriers. Obviously, most of that stuff will stay in the U.S. inventory. Some of it will be sold to allies. Some of the clothing, that's being recycled to troops out in the field. But some of it does trickle down to us. I can tell you at the Army-Navy store, as well as on that government website I told you about in the piece, you're amazed at some of the deals that can be had on old stuff that they don't need anymore. But you do have to go pick it up at the base. Back to you.
Wow. I'm going to tell Jenna that I want an Abrams tank for Christmas, for my Christmas present. Maybe she'll pick something up for me there. William Lajeunesse, thank you.